Welcome back, students, to course orientation part 3, dealing with Cengage of the spring 2023 term. This is Dr. Mercado speaking. I just want to welcome you back. This is the last video that we're going to be listening, which is very important video because I am going to show you how to set up your Cengage account so you can be able to access your assignments. Cengage offers a 2-week free trial period. That way it gives students enough time for those students that qualify for financial aid to get their financial aid funds in and pay for their services. So you're going to create your account. You can use the free trial period if you don't have the funds to purchase it. And once you get the money, you can go ahead and make the purchase. You will be reminded via email of the payment that needs to be submitted. So everything will work well for us. That way you do have access to all of the resources from day number 1. Okay, so there is no excuse, Miss, I don't have money. The first and second week you have free access. After that time, it is your responsibility to purchase access to Cengage. Okay, so you have 2 weeks to pre-plan. Either you're going to wait for those financial aid funds, you're going to get paid, or how is it that you are going to do to cover for the cost associated with the resources needed for the class. Okay, and yes, it is required. You need to have access to Cengage. Okay, so before I jump over to Blackboard, I do want to provide you with some contact support for Cengage. If you are having issues with Cengage, it's giving you an error message, it's not allowing you to log in, whatever the case might be, you need to contact Cengage support directly. Okay, I do not provide any support related to Cengage. That is a third-party platform, so you need to contact them directly. Their phone number is here. It's 1-800-354-9706. It gives you the estimated wait time of how many people are in front of you, so that way you have an idea of how long you're going to be on the phone. So you can call them. There's a self-service which has the basic question and answers that most people ask. You can use that as a guide. There's a chat available. You can chat, and it also gives you the amount of time that you are anticipating on waiting. Okay, they have access to support on Twitter. You can open the case up and then check the status later. And you can also check the platform status. All of this is on the Cengage support website. Okay, but to me, the easiest thing is to always just give them a call. Okay, this is so and so calling. This is the issue I'm having. They will open up a case for you and they will follow up, or if they can fix the problem at that point in time, they can do so immediately. Okay, so just take note of that Cengage support phone number, 1-800-354-9706, so you can contact them. Okay. Now I'm going to jump back over to Blackboard. What you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to open up your class, whatever classes that you're going to select. Okay. Now you're only going to set up your account once. Okay. This is a one-step deal that you're going to be doing to set up your account. Okay. So once you log in, basically how you're going to access the assignments is just by clicking links. Okay. Let me change over to the student view. Okay. That way I can hopefully, because I am an instructor and I have instructor access, sometimes I have a lot of issues trying to show you on the student side. Okay. But basically what's going to happen is you can just log in and basically just select any of the assignments that are from Cengage. Okay. You can do so from here, from the week 1, or you can do so from the Cengage assignment links. Okay. All of these are assignments in Cengage. Okay. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to week 1 and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select any of my assignments from Cengage. I'm going to select my chapter 1 quiz. Okay. It is very important that you have your pop-ups enabled. Okay. If you have your pop-ups blocked, now it depends the type of computer that you have. Just do make sure that you have your pop-ups enabled and that they have permission to be able to to be able to access pop-ups. Okay, so just make sure that they are enabled. That way you're able to access everything that you need. Okay, so just make sure that you do check that you have your pop-ups enabled Let me see. So it just depends the type of computer that you have, um, that it will enable your settings. Okay. So let me see, logins and passwords, address bar, permissions, pop-up blockers right here. Make sure that you have them enabled. That way the pop-ups are allowed. Okay. So just make sure that it's working, because if not, you're going to have issues when you click those buttons down here. Okay. So enable your pop-ups, then select the link. A little window is going to open here, okay? And it's going to give you an option down here to launch, okay? So you launch it, and the first time that you launch it, it's going to ask you to create your account. This is only one time, okay? Let me see. Did it not work? Let me see. Okay, there. It's loading. Let's see. I hope it works. Let me see. I'm going to try it out because, like I said, I have access through the instructor component. I don't know if it will allow me to try to create one through the student view. Let me give it a minute or so. Let me close this. Let me close this. Let me try it again. Okay, let me see what it does. The quiz. Do you launch it? Okay, loading content. Let's see. So it's thinking. Okay, there it goes. It's gonna load it up. Okay. My internet is quite slow right now, so just be patient. Okay. Okay, so it's loading. Okay, so now we are at the page where it's welcoming you to Cengage, and like I said, this is only going to happen the first time. Okay, it's telling you that this is the textbook that the instructor selected, okay, which is the book that we're going to use for this specific class. Once you select the link in your course, it's going to take you to the information pertaining to your class. Okay, this is an example for my financial accounting class. Okay, it's telling me that payment is required. You haven't paid yet. Okay, so you have several options. If you went to the bookstore and you bought the Cengage Unlimited Access card, it's basically a piece of paper with a code number on it. If you made that purchase, then you click this little link right here. It says enter your access code. You click on that, and it will ask you to enter the code that's on that piece of paper. Okay. If you don't have that code, you haven't made the purchase yet, you're just going to go ahead and you're going to click continue. Okay. Okay. Now it's asking you, are you ready to buy? Okay. So you have two options. Okay. The first option is to purchase just the textbook, the ebook. Okay. For one term for $145. Okay. What this is going to do is going to give you access to just one book, which is the Financial and Managerial Accounting book for one term. Okay. What I recommend is students purchase the Cengage Unlimited. It's cheaper. Okay, it's for one term as well. It's for $125. But this is going to give you access to all of the Cengage online learning platforms. Okay, it's going to give you access to all of the ebooks. Okay, and it's going to give you an option if you want to get a physical textbook rental. You can do so by just paying $9.99 for shipping and handling. Okay, so if you're more of an old school person like I am, I prefer a physical book. Okay, or if you are going to be having me for maybe like a face-to-face class and you don't have a computer, this is a great opportunity. You can get a physical book for $10 basically. Okay, that way you can bring the book to class. Okay, so it's $125. So let's say, for example, you're taking 3 classes that use Cengage. Okay, if you're using 3 classes that use Cengage, guess what? You're only going to pay $125, and that is going to give you access to all of the 3 classes this semester. Okay? So unlimited means you get to use Cengage for the whole semester for one low price of $124.99. So it's a much better option, especially if you are taking multiple classes. And many of our classes, whether they be marketing, management, or accounting, many of them use Cengage. Okay, so if you are taking multiple classes that are using Cengage, you just have to pay $124.99 and you get access to all of that. So that will provide you with a lot of cost savings. So this option is the one that I recommend, the Cengage Unlimited, because it's going to give you access to everything for a cheaper cost than just buying the product itself. Okay, so you have two options. At this point, you decide what you want to do. If you've got money in the bank, then you buy the product. Okay, so if you're going to buy it, you're going to click Buy Cengage Unlimited, and it's going to take you to another page where you're going to enter your personal information and your credit card information. Okay, if we are not ready to pay, we want to use the free temporary access. If you look at the purchase product, right below it, there's a little link that says temporary access. Okay, you're going to use that temporary access button to be able to create your temporary account. Okay, so if you select it, it should take you to another page where you should enter your information. Let's see what happens. Like I said, my internet, it's a little bit slow. It's loading. Let's see. Let's give it a couple of minutes. Please make sure that when you enter or you create your account, you're going to enter your name. Please make sure that you enter your correct name, the name that is stated on Blackboard. Sometimes I've had students, put Jose Garza. Okay, on Blackboard, they're Jose Garza, but on Cengage, they put Jose Medina. And I don't know, they're using different last names. So to me, when Jose Garza calls, hey, miss, I'm having issues, I go into Cengage to try to help Jose out, and I can't locate Jose Garza because he's under Jose Medina. So please make sure that the names in Blackboard and Cengage are the same. Okay, where I've had students that use their maiden name and then, their married name, it gets very confusing. So please make sure that you keep the same name in Blackboard and in Cengage as well. Okay. So that is just a reminder. So it's loading the content. It's taking a while. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, to see if it works. I'm gonna be patient. It's loading. I hope it works. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to give it a minute to see if it works. If not, we'll try it again. But basically, those are your three options. You go in. If you got an access code from the bookstore, you enter it in the tab where it says, the code. And if not, you move forward. And then you have two purchase options, the regular one or the unlimited one. I would always encourage students to purchase the unlimited. It's cheaper and it gives you access to everything. So if you're taking multiple classes, you get to use that one. If not, you're going to select the third tab at the bottom where it says temporary access, and that will give you the 2-week free trial period. Okay. So let's see. It is not loading for me. Let me see. Let me give it another try. So we go in. I hope it works. I don't know if it has to do with me using this student view or what, because I don't have any issues when I log in as an instructor view. But let me see what happens. Okay. See, but it's just taking a while to load. Okay, so you click on any of the assignments, and then we already said you enter your access code if you have it. If not, you do continue. And then you have your two options. Okay, I think this is the farthest I'm going to go, and I think from here you can take it on your own. You select the option that you want to select. If you want to buy this product or this product, I would select the most affordable option with the most resources. So this is the one that I would recommend. the Cengage Unlimited. If you want to buy it, you click on it, buy Cengage Unlimited. Okay, and then it's going to ask you to check out. Okay, so you have Cengage Unlimited, and then you check out, and then you enter your information. Okay, so you're going to enter all of the information here. Make sure that you put the correct name, your phone number, billing address, all of that stuff, and then you basically complete the process. Okay, now you do have an option. Let me go back. Let me see if it lets me go back. No, it's not gonna let me go back, so let me go and redo it again. You do have an option of buying, I forgot to mention that, of buying just for one term or buying for a whole year, and the prices vary. Okay, so if you know you're going to be taking classes for a whole year, maybe you want to purchase the Cengage Unlimited option for a whole year. Let me just see if it works here. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to continue. Okay, here you can select the term. So if you buy that for one term, it's going to be $124.99. If you buy it for two terms, which is a whole year, it'll be $189.99. So you will be saving a lot of money if you buy that two-term access card. Okay, and if you buy four terms, which is 2 years, you'll be paying $249. I recommend if students are if they know they're going to be using it spring, summer, and fall, that they use the 12-month access. That's going to give them access to the whole year for only $189, and that's going to give them access to all of their classes that they're going to be taking that are using Cengage. Okay, so just make sure that you select the right term down here, whether it be 4 months. 4 months is just one semester. 2 terms is 12 months. That's for the entire year, or 24 months, and then the prices vary. Okay, and then like I said, I tried using it. It's not working for me. But if you are going to be using the temporary access, you just click the link here, and then it will direct you to a page where you will need to create your account. Okay, just know that those are the options that you have. It's not working for me. It says, you see it's timing me out. It's giving me an error message. I don't know if it's because the class is not live yet, but that's basically what you have to do. One time only, you do it. After you create your account, then basically you're just going to be clicking the links, and it's going to be taking you out of here. Let me exit the student view. That way I can show you what it looks like on the Cengage side. Okay, so once you go ahead and get your access up and running, you're going to just select the assignment, the quiz, okay, and it's going to take you out of Blackboard, and it's going to take you to Cengage, where is it that you have to complete your assignment. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. It's going to tell you you have 2 takes to take the test. You have 1 hour for each take, and then you want to take the assignment. So for quizzes are timed. Once you begin your quiz, you need to finish your quiz. Okay, so make sure that you have ample time to finish it, and it gives you the amount of time that you have. Depending on the class, you might get 30 minutes or 60 minutes. Okay, so make sure that you read. Okay, and then you start the test. And then it gives you the number of questions. You have the questions here. You basically just select the answers. And like as you see, I'm not even reading the question. You just basically just go over the problems, all of them. I'm skipping. I just want to show you how it's done. So you basically just go over the different questions that you have. And you finish all of them. Once you are done completing all of the questions, and you can go back and forth, just to make sure that you've completed all of them, you can submit the test for grading. Okay, now if you are working, let's say on this question, and you have a question on this question, you have some kind of concern, you have an option to email the instructor. Okay, make sure that you've set up the correct email on your account. Okay, when it's going to ask you for an email address, that is where you're going to be receiving all of the correspondence from Cengage. Also, that email is tied to when you click this button here to email the instructor, I'm going to get an email from your email. That way, if you have a question, you can just click email instructor. It's going to send me a screenshot of the problem that you're working on. And that way I get to see what you were looking at and I can reply back to you to that specific email. Okay, so make sure that you set up the correct email. So if you have a question, you can just email the instructor. If you're done with the test, then you can submit the test for grading. Okay, it's giving you a warning. Are you sure that you want to submit it for grading? You have two options. You can continue taking the test or you want to submit it. If you submit it, it's going to go ahead and it's going to give you your score immediately. I got a 13%. I did very bad. Okay. So it tells me here that you have taken the test one time and you may take the test one more time. Okay. So you can go ahead and you can view your results. Okay. And it's going to take you back and it's going to tell you which ones you got right, which ones you got wrong, and which ones you didn't even answer. Okay. So all of this information is provided so you can review. Okay, so that is a homework assignment. I'm sorry, that was a quiz. Now the homework is going to be more problem solving based, and I'm not going to do chapter 1 because that's an easy one. I'm going to do chapter 2 because that's actually problem solving. Okay, so chapter 2 homework, you select the link for the homework. Quizzes are multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank kind of questions. They're short, they're quick. It's just a matter if you read the material and you know it. Okay. Now, homework problems are more problem based. You're going to be applying what you've learned to solve problems. The homework is not timed. You can take as long as you want. You can open it, save your work, and resume it at a later point in time. Okay. So that you're not timed. You still get 2 tries on your homework. I always keep the highest grade. Okay, that way you can practice. The only way to get better at accounting is by doing it, by practicing it. Okay. So on the top of the assignment, it tells you that you have 2 tries and the assignment due date. Okay. Once you are ready to begin the assignment, you click Start Assignment. Okay. And it's going to give you all of the assignments. Okay. Now, some of these assignments have videos. Okay. Like, for example, this one. It says, click to watch the debits and credits at the bank video and then answer questions. Okay. If you see this word, debits and credits, is in another color. It's blue. And if you put your mouse on it, it's a hyperlink. So you're going to click it and it's going to take you to a video that you need to watch.
The basics of debits and credits in a bank account are pretty straightforward.
Okay, so there's a short video that you need to watch, and then once you watch that video, you can answer these questions. Okay, now there's some additional exercises that you have to complete. Like, for example, in this problem, you have to do some journal entries. Okay, some of these problems are going to have me show me how videos. That way you can be able to view a video and it's going to show you how to do it. Okay? It's going to give you an example.
We will see how to journalize transactions. We are provided with...
Okay? So you have a short video that's going to cover how to do this problem. It's going to provide guidance, okay? Don't expect you to give you the answer step by step. No, but it's going to provide you a general guidance on how to complete this problem. You also have access to the ebook. If you select it, it's going to take you to the textbook, the section that covers this particular task that you're completing, okay? So it's going to take you to the ebook. That way you can read over this section again if you have any questions, okay? So it's going to tell you, okay, we're dealing with the double entry accounting system, and you read it, and then it gives you examples, all of this good stuff, okay? So when you're working on your homework, you have the ebook option. Some problems, not all of them, but some of them have a show me how video. You can print your item, and if you want to work it on paper and then transfer it over here. And if you identify any errors in the problem, you can report the error from the website itself, from the link here. Okay, so you complete the problem. Now, depending on the class that you're taking with me is the number of check my works you're going to have available. Okay, so if you see down here, I give you opportunities to try your work. Okay, so let's say for example I am working on the assignment. Okay, now what I recommend is that you do not use your check your work until you've done all of the problem. Okay, why? That way the system can check all of your work and it can locate all of the errors that you've made. Do not do one journal entry, check my work. One journal entry, check my work. No, 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 no. Do all of the journal entries or all of the problem, then check your work and then correct all of the pieces that you got wrong. Now, for purposes of this video, I am not going to solve the whole kaboom for you, okay? But I am going to show you how you would see it, okay? So let's do the first journal entry. It says that you paid the rent for the month, okay? You're going to select the account. Okay, what are we paying? The rent for $3,700. How do I pay it? With cash, okay? That is correct, okay? That's a correct entry, okay. Now the second entry, I'm going to do it wrong. That way you can see what it happens, okay? Paid advertising expense. So I'm going to do it incorrectly, okay? And I'm going to do the wrong amount here. And then I'm going to just do the incorrect amount. That way you can see what happens, okay? So basically what you would do, you would complete everything, okay? Once you've completed everything, you're going to check my work, okay? So if you see the first journal entry, everything is correct. Everything has a check mark on it. The accounts are right. The amounts are right. In my second journal entry, my accounts are wrong and this amount is wrong. But this one right here is correct. So I know I need to go back and make 3 corrections, okay? So I'm going to go back and I'm going to correct this particular item, okay? And I can give it another try, okay? So I've made my corrections and this would entail you correcting everything that you've done. And then you're going to check your work again, okay? So now I've made my corrections and everything is right, okay? I still have 3 check my works. After you've depleted all of your check your works, you basically have to move on to the next problem, okay? But you do have the opportunity to correct your work as you work through it. So my recommendation is complete the entire problem and then begin checking your work as you are making the revisions, okay? And like I said, every class is different. Some of you might have 3 check your works. Other classes might have 5 check your works, depending on the level of difficulty of the assignments and so on and so forth, okay? But that is how your homework problems are going to look, okay? You're going to have all of these exercises that you need to complete. You have 1 week. You've got the videos there to help you. You've got videos in Blackboard to help you. And you've got your ebook that provides wonderful examples, okay? So make sure that you do read that book because it's going to give you examples of how to complete your assignments, okay? So it gives you, like, for example, if you're preparing a trial balance, what is a trial balance? It gives you what a trial balance is, the steps to prepare it, and an example of it. So you follow this and you try to the best of your ability to get this done, okay? If you get stuck, you reach out to me, okay? But you don't reach out to me first. First, you read and you attempt it, okay? And you tell me what is it that you're trying to do, okay? So that is your homework. Okay, now that I'm here on the book, let me transition into the ebook. Okay, once you're in the ebook, okay, you get to read. You've got the table of contents. Okay, for the specific chapter, you can just read the entire thing, or if you want to go to a specific section, you can go to a specific section. Okay, you can highlight, you can take notes. Okay, you can do bookmarks, highlight notes. Whatever is it that you want to do. If you want to for the system to read to you, there's a little reader here. If you click on it, okay, so this is what we want. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and read. Select it.
Normal balances.
the sum of the increases in an account is usually equal to or greater than the sum of the decreases in the account.
So if you see,
The normal balance of an account is either A.
so if you see, the reader is going to read to you and it's going to highlight as it's reading, okay? So if you don't want to read, or maybe a lot of us are not very fluent in English, you want to use the reader, then that's perfect. You have the option there to read to you. If you want larger fonts, you can do larger fonts. If you want to print, you can print some pages. Navigate this. You're not going to break it. Click some buttons. There's a glossary of terms that you can use, all of the different terms and their by word and all of their definitions. We've got flashcards that will help you study the basic fundamental concepts. So you've got the word, and then you flip the card and it has the definition for you. Okay, so that all of that is available. The reader, you can highlight, you can have access to the full book. You can just navigate through here and get comfortable with it. Okay, now what else was I gonna show you? Oh, I forgot. I logged out. Okay. Well, once you go in there, you're going to have access. Like I said, I have instructor access, so I'm going to have a little bit more tabs than you. But you will have 3 tabs, and I'll show you in a bit. Okay. That way you can see what I am referring to. Okay. Once it loads. So Cengage is very user friendly. Just click a link and it takes you to the assignment and you work on the assignment. Okay. The grade is automatically populated. Students get 2 tries on all of their homework, quizzes, and tests. I always keep the highest grade. So I always encourage my students to take that second attempt if they didn't do very well on the first attempt. Okay. So if you don't score a 70% or better on your first attempt, please use the second attempt. Okay. So once you log in into Cengage, the first 2 options are just for the instructor, but you will have the assignments tab, the gradebook tab, and the study tools. You will have those 3 tabs available to you. The assignments are basically a list of all of the assignments that have been created by me for you. Okay, so I've created all of these assignments. You've got the reading of the chapters. Okay. You've got your homework, your quizzes, your tests, your projects, everything is here. The available dates and the due dates. Okay, so the assignments tab is basically just all of your assignments. Okay, the gradebook is going to populate once you begin working on your assignments. Okay, right now it's blank because the semester has not started. Excuse me. The semester has not started. But as you begin working on your assignments, you're going to see your gradebook populate with the assignments that you're completing and the grades and how long it took you to complete that assignment. Okay, so a lot of information is included in there. And then the study tools gives you different options. You have the ebook that you can access. You've got an adaptive study plan. Now, anything that you do on the study tools will not affect your grade. Okay, so this is just additional resources that you have that will not affect you but can provide additional support if you need to. Okay, so you've got adaptive study plans that you can just start studying. If you're having issues with chapter 1, with chapter 6, with chapter 9, you can just click it and start. It will provide you with additional resources so you can study some more. Okay, these are not required, but they are available to you if you need it. Okay, you've got study tools. Okay, you've got, depending on the book, you've got some book resources, some downloads that you can utilize. Okay, you've got the ebook, and then you've got the Office 365 that you can get your Office 365 for free. Okay, so basically those are the 3 tabs that you will have as you complete your assignments on Cengage. You will see the grades populate in the gradebook in Cengage. You are also going to see your grades from Cengage go back into Blackboard. So you will see all of your grades in Blackboard. Okay, so when you look at your final grade or your current grade in the class, do not look at the Cengage gradebook. Look at the Blackboard gradebook because you might have research assignments that are not in Cengage. They're in Blackboard. And that way you can see an actual true picture of your grade in the class. So whenever you're looking at your grade, where do I stand in the class? Always look at your Blackboard gradebook. Okay, so that is basically it. the assignments, like I said, you have access to them. You will access everything through Blackboard. So I don't want to hear it, Miss, what's the access code to your class? There is no access code for my class. There is only one way to access my assignments, and that is by logging in into Blackboard, going into the weekly module that we're working on, and selecting the link. You have to click the link, okay, to whatever is it that you want to do. The first thing you should do is you should read. Okay, I'm going to read. Let me go to chapter 1 reading. It's going to take me to Cengage so I can be able to read, okay? Just be patient and make sure that your pop-ups are enabled. That way the system can take you out into Cengage, okay? And my computer's kind of slow, but you get the jinx. You click the link, it loads the content, and it takes you into Cengage, okay? So that is what you're going to be doing. You just select the link, you read the chapter, you complete the tutorial, you complete the quiz, and then you complete your homework, all by just clicking the links, okay? For week number 1, you do have a syllabus course orientation quiz in Blackboard. That's a short 5-question quiz, and that quiz does need to be completed for attendance purposes. I have to report attendance the first 2 weeks of class, and sometimes students say, well, Miss, I didn't get an opportunity to create my Cengage account, so I don't want to run any risks of students not creating the account. So I created this short quiz just to prove that you are in my class and you are participating. 5 short questions, click the quiz and take it, okay, in Blackboard, okay? And make sure that you, before you work on any of your assignments, that you do read over the overview, course learning outcome, and to-do list, okay? You look over the resources. You've got the PowerPoint presentation for chapter 1, the list of assignments, and some videos that I have created manually for you that will help you solve specific problems, okay? Now, if you encounter any issues with Cengage, like I said, you may contact customer support. If you go to your, sorry about that. If you go to your Start Here tab, okay? And then you go to Cengage Now Help for Students, okay? You click on it. You're going to see how to use Cengage Now. There's videos here. You can contact customer support. That's the phone number. There's different resources, how to complete accounting forms, tax forms, feedback in Cengage. Now, I forgot to mention that now that it says feedback, okay? Now, the system is going to give you the correct answers to all of your homework and your quizzes, okay? Now, the solutions will not be available until after the assignment closes. Most of my assignments, with the exception of exams, close on Sunday, okay? So assignments close on Sunday. By Monday of the following week, you should be able to see the answers to your past assignments. So you can just go back into your gradebook and see the answers, okay? That way you can review your work, and if you need any clarification on any of the items, you can be able to see your work. So this video basically shows you how to be able to access that.
In this tutorial, you will learn how to use feedback in Cengage Now V2. In Cengage Now V2, there are 4 types of feedback. Check my work feedback.
Okay, so there's a lot of information that you can watch. The video is like over 4 minutes long. I'm not going to play it, but just make sure that you do go over all of these videos. That way you can become familiar with the adaptive study plan, the feedback, anything else. There's a quick start guide as well that will help you. A PDF will help you get started. That way you know how to go ahead and create your account. It gives you instructions on how to be able to access and create your account, okay? So all of these resources are available to you, but if you need any support, you're having issues with Cengage, you can always contact customer support, okay? That number is right there. You can just contact them, okay? And that is available under the Start Here tab. It's the last item, Cengage Now for Help for Students, okay? So that is basically how you access Cengage. the first time that you set it up is when you're going to set up your account. After that, you will have access to all of your assignments by just going into the particular module that you're going to be working on for that week and then just selecting the links. Okay. And then everything is going to populate into your Blackboard gradebook. As you're completing your assignments, then all of that information is going to flow into your gradebook. Okay. And then that's going to be filling in, and this is where your grade is going to be calculated. Your final grade is going to be calculated for the class. Okay, so that is basically it for my Cengage video. That way, I hope it helped you out on how to be able to access it, the different resources that you have, how to contact customer support, how to complete your quiz, how to complete your homework, the different resources available, the videos that provide some guidance to you. I went through quite a bit, so I hope that provided you some feedback. But if you do need any additional support, please refer to your course syllabus and reach out to me during my scheduled office hours, and I will be more than glad to assist you. Now that you are done with the 3 orientation videos, regardless of the class that you're in, now you can go and begin working on module week 1 assignments. Okay, make sure that you do not start working on your assignments before you begin working on anything. You print your syllabus so that way you know what is it that it's due. Okay, and anyways, if you don't print it out, I do provide students with that information under the overview course learning outcome. I provide you with the assignments that need to be completed every week on the to-do list. Okay, so the to-do list will give you an overview of what is it that you need to do every week. Okay, so that is it. I want to wish you all a spectacular spring 2023 semester. I am very excited to be your instructor for your class, and I hope to be seeing you around. You all go pay a visit at my office, and you reach out to me with any questions or concerns. Thank you very much for your time, and until next time. Bye-bye.